Change your diet, change your life, change the planet.
Typical day.
Start in the morning.
Wake up in the morning. I won't tell you what time I wake up in the morning. I will have a big green smoothie. Okay, big.
How big?
It's a. I don't think it's a 2-liter blender. Maybe it's a 1.5 liter blender. Well, no, that's the size of the container. That's the container.
Okay.
I'll fill it halfway up with kale, broccoli, chard, spinach, but mostly kale. That's predominantly the green in there. So half of that 1.5 liter container is filled with kale. I'll pack it down, or greens. 1 banana, half a cup of blueberries, 4 or 5 dates, and then I pour well water in there till it comes up to 20 ounces. I don't know what that is in milliliters. But when I blend it, it's a liter.
Okay.
When it's done blending, it is 1 liter. And I will then sip that and chew it and salivate on it for half an hour. I wake up, I make my smoothie, I go answer email. I will have 1,000 emails in my various email boxes, and I will sip and chew and read many of them and answer none.
How do you chew liquid?
You swoosh it.
Same way you chew anything else. I can chew air. Watch this. And I'm salivating right now just by chewing air. Yeah, I just produce saliva.
So,
You chew it. It'll get warm. As soon as it gets warm, I swallow it. Because when it's warm, that means there's enough saliva in there, because saliva is body temperature. So when it warms up, I swallow.
so you would do that. Okay, let's say you.
And I take my time, half an hour. That smoothie takes me 1 liter. I'll drink it in half an hour. Then I'll go do a run or something else. I'll get back. It'll be a couple hours. So that smoothie not only is my breakfast, but that smoothie is going to get me through a 2-hour run. Then I'll have some fruit. I'll have some fruit with me in the car. So if I drove to a run, I'll have fruit with me. If I'm just at the house, I'll have some more fruit. I may make another smoothie, but a smaller one, maybe half a liter.
So before you finish, do you do that food combined fruit? You can't mix this fruit with this fruit. Like the melon separate with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are some things that I definitely stick with. Like if I put nuts in my smoothie, woo, not good. Gas, bloating, I don't digest it. The fats and proteins in nuts do not mix well with fruit. Greens mix fine with fruit if you blend them. If you're eating a salad and you put bananas on your salad, you're probably going to get bloating and gas. But if you take the salad and the banana and put it in a blender, they're going to digest at the same speed because the blender has broken down the fiber. Okay? The fiber in the banana and the starch in the banana is easier for your enzymes to get to than the starch and the fiber in the kale. Harder to get into that kale. But if I blend them, I do the job of my digestive system for me. Okay? So efficiency again, blended foods are very efficient because you put everything on an equal playing field. Banana and kale are going to break down at the same rate if they've been blended together. So you're not going to get that digestive, duress from things breaking down at different speeds. But melon, I don't mix melon with anything.
Right. Melon.
Melon, just for me, melon is problematic for me. I really don't even eat that much melon because it's problematic.
What about the other fruit? Do you mix the other fruit?
Yeah.
Anything
Berries, dates, bananas, mangoes, pineapples. It's usually bananas and blueberries, but I'll put all kinds, mangoes, pineapples, strawberries, peaches, and that's all fine.
That's all fine.
Yeah, I
Just
never
the
have a problem with
melons.
that.
Just
Yeah, the
melons.
melons don't work for me.
So you'll have that then,
And then more fruit, maybe a smaller smoothie. Then I'll nibble on fruit throughout the day.
What's your lunch?
I don't really have a lunch. I have a post-workout drink, and then I nibble.
Post-workout?
Just another smoothie or some fruit.
Same.
Yeah, I'm pretty lame with my smoothie. I don't, because I live in Vermont. There's not really a lot of things I can buy there.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have the
So
options
you
you
have
do.
more fruit later, and what do you have for dinner?
Salad,
Fruit.
Wait.
big salad,
Big salad.
big salad with fat,
What
and
kind
that
of
fat is predominantly avocado. And if I'm in a naughty mood, it's going to be some really high quality olive oil or hemp oil, but that's not always. It's predominantly
That's
avocado.
naughty. Do you ever eat anything else? Just those foods?
Like cauliflower?
No, but there's other raw foods like you can buy that taste really good. Do you only eat that? Like just vegetables and fruit?
Raw has been a 6-year journey for me.
Yeah.
And when I first went raw, it was gourmet. It was all the stuff, the gourmet stuff, the pastas and the cheesecakes and the cashew dressings and the burritos and all that stuff. And I ate it, and I had a huge, powerful transformation on that diet. But then it started to, I'd eat it, and I'd be like, oh. A bunch of friends and I would go to a raw restaurant, and it's like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm like, let's get dessert. Oh, let's get the smoothie. Let's get the burrito. Let's get the taco plate. Let's get this. And then it's like,
5,000 calories later.
yeah, and you're like, I don't. And then the next morning, you're on the toilet for 20 minutes.
So that's what happened to you, and then so what happened?
And then I transitioned into the superfood thing. And I was doing maca and chlorella and spirulina and goji berries and essential fatty acids and every powder and shake and superfood thing under the sun. I went to every table upstairs and I'm like, tell me, what do I need for performance? I want to heal. I want to get younger. I want to get better. I want to get faster. I want more muscles. What do I need? This powder, that, this pill. And,
So
you know,
when you took those?
all kinds of
Yeah.
phytoplankton and algae and E3 Live and everything else packed into that smoothie. It was like a $30 smoothie
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
You know, it was ridiculous. And it generally did not digest well. It was like, my performance didn't improve. My bank account went in the opposite direction of improving. You know, I spent all my money on food and superfoods. It was ridiculous. Eventually, I couldn't afford it anymore, so I had to stop it. And it's like, okay, the gourmet really, it tasted good, but it didn't do well for me. I mean, it did great in the beginning, but then when my body started cleaning up and healing itself, it's like, I don't want that anymore. And then eventually I just transitioned. I did the fruit thing for a while, just tons of fruit, tons of fruit, tons of fruit. That didn't work for me either. I felt hollow all the time. I was always eating, never felt satisfied. This satisfies me. This gives me all the energy I need. It satisfies me. I'm not getting skinnier. I'm not getting fatter. My body is stabilized. I do really well in it. So like the car, you know, it's like I don't need food to entertain me anymore. My life is my entertainment now. My body is my entertainment now. I don't need the food for that anymore. So it's a different mindset. You know, but for a lot of people, food is the richness of life. I was in Italy this summer.
I'm Greek.
And, you know, you're in Italy, and they're like, come on! You know, and they're bringing out the bread and the olive oil and the garlic, and they're dipping it. Ah! And it's this food culture.
Exactly.
But then what do they do after lunch?
Take a
Siesta.
nap. That's in Greece.
They all
not
have
here.
big wooden shutters on the windows.
Yeah.
Like every house in Italy has big wooden shutters. At 1:30, 2 o'clock, all the shutters are shut. Everybody in town is asleep. You want to buy gas? I'm sorry, they're sleeping. You want to go to the grocery store? It's closed. They're sleeping.